Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy Three Stacks in this thing, baby. And today I'm going to be updating my heralds. People were talking about the ban list. I did play Goblin. I did play 3 terraformings in the recent list. So I just made very minor modifications, and we do have Exiton off the list, which does help heralds a lot. Helps our going second game incredibly. Just the card is just ridiculously good. I can't believe that we finally got it. It just boosted Heralds even more. Heralds continue to get more and more powerful. This deck it can't get weaker. It only gets stronger. So I'm going to show you guys my list. Not very much has changed because I've been very impressed with the list. For the next regional, I'm going to cut 2 cards, throw in 2 Called by the Graves, and just take this deck for the next regional because it's been doing so well. But I'm going to show you guys my list for the best deck in the world, which is my favorite deck. Starting off with our monsters, we play 3 Herald of Perfection. I have said many stories about this great man, but this card is greatness. Look at my mat right here. This card is greatness, okay? It's greatness. See that scepter in his hand? You see the Star Seraph sovereignty that he's sitting on? Greatness. You see that Arco of Christia bowing down before him. You see Powered Angel Valkyria on her knees bowing before him. Do you see this man? He is greatness. My whole mat explains to you why this man is so great. This card is amazing. Build chain links on itself. Builds chain links on itself. It's not once per turn. It's built. It played in a deck that solely works around fueling the ammunition and fodder for his activation requirements. Are you kidding me? The whole playstyle of this deck is to make him and get as many fairies in your hand as possible. That's it. That's all you're trying to do. And the funny thing is you have all these other crazy things that the deck actually does. But the most important thing is just to summon him. This deck is so consistent. It surpasses Necrolls at full power, brother. At full power, brother. It surpasses them. We have triple Princess Katana. Yeah! She is my bae, bro. She's not once per turn. In fact, there's so much stuff in this deck that's not once per turn. It's crazy. You can get around. You break so many rules. But this card is just ridiculous, man. It's such a powerhouse. She is how I play so many different variations. By the way, we're pushing 100. I believe that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is variation number 93. I could be wrong, but we're pushing 100, you guys. We're pushing 100 different Herald builds on my channel. My long journey with this deck. You have to play this card at 3. This is the best card to tribute for your Herald. Because you get that recycle ability to add her back, and you also get to search off of her so that you break even. You don't plus, but you don't minus. So you basically summon Herald for free, whereas a lot of other ritual decks you take such negs to ritual summon. For this deck, she makes your ritual summons very free. Just such an incredible card. Princess Katana puts in that work, baby. We have only those 6 blue cards. Very consistent, and the reason why is because I don't play any other blue cards. I don't play Saphira. I don't play the Bird of Divinity. Don't get me wrong, I love Saphira, and if you guys don't know this, if people will follow my channel, know I've played Saphira variations of Herald. I've played Saphira. I know how powerful the card is. Heck, I used to play Galaxy Soldier in this deck, alright? I've done so much with this deck, it's crazy. Saphira is incredible, don't get me wrong, but to make a ritual deck as consistent as possible, you have to play the minimum amount of different named ritual spells and the minimum amount of ritual monsters. So what I mean by that is, if I'm playing Herald and Saphira, I have 2 different ritual monsters with 2 different ritual spells. What can that lead to 3 stacks? Hands where I draw a ritual spell that does not fit the ritual monster. If I have Hymn of Light and Herald, I can't do anything. If I have Saphira and down the Herald, I can't do anything. So to make the deck as consistent as possible, I don't play Saphira. But she is broken. You can plus really heavy off of her. So if you want to play her, I'm not stopping you. Triple Incantation Talismandra. He is much more important than the double Candle. The reason why is because Talismandra summons Candle, and when Candle summon, it searches your ritual spell. You have a lot more ways to get to your ritual monsters than you do to get to your ritual spell. So Talismandra is ultimately more important than Candle. It's nice to open up with these, but there is a major draw. There's a major drawback, and I feel that Konami did a good job at nerfing these before they even became relevant. Just by giving them this kind of weakness or this floodgate-esque thing where they basically lock you from summoning from your own extra deck. I think Konami did a good thing because these would easily be a free search plus a free link too, which would kind of be a little too broken because you'd be like skull dreading like every single turn. But they're very important. It's a very good reason for playing these because they are Monjus that you don't have to use your normal summon on. Can I say that again? They are Manjus that you don't have to use your normal summon on. That's why they're incredible. You get either your ritual spell or your ritual monster. And the way to get these off of the board is really simple. You can Celestial Observatory the Talismandra, plus, because this paid for itself, so you get a +1, draw 2, and then you tribute the Candle and the Geldagra for your Herald. So there are ways to get rid of them. And sometimes, which is so funny, I did it to Kulkas. I revealed these, summon Herald, search Christia, tributed both of these to normal summon Arclore Christia for turn by tributing Candle and Talismandra. Got rid of both of them, but I couldn't special summon anyways. But I was like, I just want to get them off the field. In addition to that, I also play triple Geldagra. Geldagra is such an incredible card in this deck. He's one of the best flex cards. Geldagra is really, really powerful. Obviously, games 2 and 3, you want to cite this out, but game 1, opening with this card is the equivalent to opening a pre-preparation of rights. So it's like I play 6 pre-preps, 1's on legs, and then 3's in the form of a spell. 3 on legs, 3 in the form of a spell. I really like Geldagra a lot. There's so many different ways that you can abuse this card. It's incredible. It helps with your incantation plays as well because 2 + 4 is 6. You can make your Herald by getting rid of both of these. And because this locks you from your extra deck and this has low and weak attack value, it's important to get rid of these so that your opponent doesn't run into this and inflict more damage to your life points after you've already paid so much. And also you can go into your extra deck now. So if you pretty much open Geldagra plus any incantation and Celestial Observatory, you can make your Herald, you can get all the resources you need, and you can still go into your extra deck after that without any of the drawbacks that the cards actually come with, which is really cool. So these are incredible starter cards. They naturally give you pluses. Even these are considered pluses because you get the bodies and the fodder on your field for you to make your Christia, or even just tribute fodder for your ritual summons. I also play 3 Handy Manis, probably one of my favorite level 4 light fairies of all time. I always love this card so much. The best thing about this card is that in the Herald deck, your searchers are searchable. Can I say that again, you guys? All of my searchers are searchable by searchers that are at 3 that are searchable by other cards. I mean, the dynamic and explanation to that, a perfect way to say it is terraforming leads to Ritual Sanctuary. Ritual Sanctuary leads to Benton. Benton leads to Manju. Manju leads to Benton, which in correlation leads to Star Serfs. Star Serfs lead to more cards. Am I making sense, you guys? An incantation can cycle at least 5 cards out of your deck. Everything is searchable, you guys. Buy cards that are searchable by 3-ofs. All of your preps, your pre-preps can search Manju because they're gonna get this and that's gonna get this. So this card, all of your cards are searchable by like 15 other cards in your deck. You play so much excess searches. It's crazy. Like you're literally Star Seraph every single first turn. It's impossible to not, because you have all of your power plays, which basically lead to your Benton, which in turn leads to your Star Seraph. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, he's so incredible in this deck because your searchers are searchable. Your Manju is searchable, you guys. We played 3 Scepters, which is the staff, and 3 of the Thrones. On my mat here, I have Herald of Perfection, the man himself. He is sitting on this, and in his left hand is the Star Seraph Scepter. That is what my playmat is. That mat that you guys see in the background, that's what's going on that mat. Shout out to Metamats because my boy David actually made this mat more for me, and I'm very happy about it. So we have the Star Seraphs. Best package for going second. And the cool thing is, these are so extensive, so repetitious, and not once per turn. They allow you to make some crazy turn 1 boards. These naturally lead into Link 4s, stuff like that. You can abuse your Ritual Sanctuary. You can go into this. Like, for example, you can even tribute it from your hand and tribute Geldagra to summon Herald, and then use Ritual Sanctuary to special summon this because you normal Geldagra, and then you search this off of Benton. You tribute it from your hand with your Herald. When you summon Herald, send it to the grave, Ritual Sanctuary it back, and then you do a whole stick chair combo without even normal summoning, which is basically for free. They also help you to just go into other rank 4s like Exciton Knight and stuff like that. And also, it's really sacky when you hit the Scepter off of the Sovereignty, which happens for me more than like it happens for anybody. We have 1 Christia and 1 Honest. I know Honest is at 3, you guys, trust me. But the thing is, Honest is not a combo piece. And if you look at all of my monsters here, before I drop the Honest and Christia, what are these doing? Deck thinning. They're cycling. These are getting my combo pieces. These get my combo pieces. The Star Seraphs can lead into the combo pieces because you're drawing 3 cards, you guys. You're drawing 3. That's broken. That's so broken. You're drawing 3 cards and you're getting free link 3s and free link 4s for free. They're paying for themselves in so many ways than just one. So all of my monsters naturally lead to combo pieces. So why do I say that? I say that to say I want to draw monsters that are combo pieces, and because Honest is not a combo piece, I'd rather search him than draw him, because drawing him to me is like taking a -1, because I can't actually do anything with him to progress my plays, to accelerate what I'm trying to do. You know, he's kind of like an impediment, and I don't really like that. So I just like searching these off my Benton. Naturally, I trigger Benton 2 to 3 times every first turn. Sometimes I hit our 4 times. For our spells, we play 3 Las Vegas. Las Vegas is incredibly powerful in this deck. We do also play the 2 Optimus Primes. RIP, it's sad. But I naturally played 2. A lot of times I was going back and forth between 2 and 3 because this field spell is so broken, you guys. It really is. You plus so hard, so heavy off of it every single turn. It's crazy. It's a monster reborn every single turn. It's a monster reborn for your whole deck, bro. Like, it's such an incredible extender, playmaker, starter card follow-up. It's so dynamic and versatile. It's crazy good. It's crazy good. This field spell is, like, unrivaled. We have 3 pre-preparation of rights. This card is my favorite spell in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! This is the Juice and Berries. Pot of Desires is the sauce. And this right here is our Equilibrium. We have 3 copies of Preparation of Rights. This card is so insanely good going second because the only important card to stop with this deck is Dawn. A lot of people want to negate the normal summon of Manju. That's fine. They want to negate the effect of Star Seraph Sovereignty on summon. That's fine. A lot of people want to Ghost Ogre my field spell. That's fine. But if you don't stop my Dawn of the Herald's resolution, I'm going to win the duel. And if you do negate it, and it does get sent to the graveyard, I can just literally add it from my graveyard back with prep, continue doing what I was doing, just pretty much willy-nilly, ignoring the fact that you just wasted a negate on my Dawn. So this card is so incredible at 3. Going first, you can use it as the ultimate extenders because it's not once per turn, and you recycle it and just excessively use it. Continuing to use your Heralds without banishing your Dawns, because you can actually legitimately summon Herald 5 times in 1 turn, which is ridiculous. We have 3 copies of Celestial Observatory. The only way this is a +1 is if you resolve Talismandra, and Talismandra will summon Candle, search your ritual spell, and then you Celestial Observatory the Talismandra and draw 2. Now you end up +1. Why? Because out of these 2 cards, you got 3 out of them. That is a +1. In terms of card economy, that's a +1. You could look at it as a +4 because you got a free monster on field out of it. But just in sheer card economy, you got a +1. That's the only real time that you're going to plus off of Observatory. But other than that, it's draw 2, guys. It's draw 2. It's a better version of Allure and Trade-In and Sacred Star of the Sword of the 7 Stars, because you put your targets back into your deck. When you draw 1 too many of anything, you just put it back into your deck, so you don't actually lose it. You're just going to draw it or search it later when you actually need it. So Observatory is just so amazing. I absolutely maximize on cards like these, as well as the 3 Pot of Desires, because it is a +1 of the deck. Once you have all your Herald combo pieces, you don't really care what you banish. And at the same time, everything is at 3, bro. Minus the 1 Honest and the 1 Christia. Like, bro, like, literally, like, everything's at 3. Like, well, I'm sorry, I do play 2 Candles, but, like, bro, everything's at 3 in this deck. This is absolutely probably the best deck that I can ever play Desires in, because everything is not only at 3, but they're searchable by 3-ofs that are searchable by 3-ofs that are searchable by other 3-ofs. Am I making sense? Pre-prep can lead you to every single light fairy in your deck. Prep can lead you to any light fairy in your deck. This can lead you into your Benton, which leads you to your whole deck. All these cards are tied to your entire deck. It is ridiculous how consistent this deck is. This rivals full-powered Necros. It really does. So yeah, Pot of Desires is insane. You could play it just a bit in Ash Blossom because you don't care what you banish. Everything's at 3. It doesn't even matter. But you also search your combo pieces so quickly that you can just pot after you've searched everything, and it really doesn't matter what you banish as long as you draw fairies. We have 3 Dawn of the Herald. It's the most important spell in the entire deck, because without it, I cannot summon my favorite monster, which I'm going to be able to do very consistently. There's never going to be a turn when you can't summon this guy. And funny thing, there was like 1 turn when I couldn't make him the way I wanted to, so I decided to hold off for a turn, just stalling with Christia. They did impermanence. They did impermanence to Christia. Kind of screwed over. Almost killed me. And then I ended up going on a plus train where I had 12 cards in my hand. I resolved Scepter twice, hit a Scepter off of Sovereignty, then brought it back off of my Ritual Sanctuary, and then special with the Sovereignty that I searched off the final Scepter. I ended up blowing up my whole field. I ended up Skull Dreading, and then Boar Loading, and then summoning 3 Heralds after that. Turn 2, bro. Boar Load, Skull Dread, and Triple Herald. Turn 2. It was retarded. It was so retarded. That's the main deck, you guys. Freaking love this deck so much. If you didn't notice, I love this deck with the passion. This is the deck that I'm known for. We have 2 Herald of Arclight, 1 Inties. I took the advice of one of my subs and decided to put 1 Inties in my extra deck. The main reason is because if somebody flips an anti-spell on me, Gale Dogra instantly becomes an out. If somebody flips a Rivalry of the Warlords or a Golden Match, if I have Gale Dogra, I'm just not going to summon him. But if I need to resolve Gale Dogra at least once, I'm going to pitch that Inties, pop that Floodgate, go on about my business. But Rivalry and Floodgate, or Rivalry and Golden Match are kind of horrible against this deck because my most important and main monsters are all light attribute and they're all fairies, so it doesn't really do anything at all. But anyways, it just makes Gale Dogra a weapon. It helps me to out Floodgates, to out problematic cards, monsters, stuff that can be an impediment on my progression. So we play the 3 targets for Gale Dogra. We have 1 Hippo Shinigami. I think that this card is high. I think he's a hippie and he's smoking that good ganja. The card looks high. But I only play 1 because I really only need 1. It doesn't come up as much as you would think. Most of the time, I make this turn 1. For example, if I have Herald plus Stick Chair combo, I can summon Herald, search my Christia, and then instead of linking with my Herald to put 4 fairies in my grave, this is what I literally do, you guys. I use the 2 Sovereignties, link them into Hippo Shinigami, and then the Scepter, I use him, link with Hippo Shinigami, and go into any other link, like any other link. It could be Underclock Taker, it could be Cerberus, it could be Phoenix, you know, anything like that. If you're playing Decode, go into Decode. Then you get 4 fairies in your grave because this card exists and it is a light fairy. The Stick Chair combo, being 3 fairies, turns into exactly 4 for you to make your Christia. So it's really incredible. It's just such a good card, man. It really is. And there are times when I Stick Chair combo and then pop this just so I can draw and grab a fairy from grave to hand. So my Herald has absolute 6 ammunition. 6 fairies is the maximum because you can't have more than 6 in your hand anyways. Couple Nightmares, just 2. No Goblin anymore. Unicorn is not that great. Well, I'm sorry, there is another one. There's Griffin, because on my good hands and my good days, I can go Griffin double Herald, which is still impressive because it's like basically you have to get a zone first to use your monster effects. But the cute thing is, I'm gonna negate that anyway, so you've just wasted resources to make a link monster, and all of your spells and traps are going to, you know, not resolve. And then the Underclock helps going second as well for your OTK pushes. We have Boar Load and Skull Dread as the other link 4s. You can always make Boar Load in the pinch. Skull Dread is more or less just to be greedy. Like every time I'm able to make this, I'm already on a what I call a plus train. And when I mean plus train, I mean like, bro, I am like running out of cards in my deck. Like legit, my deck, I'm running out of cards in my deck. We have Deltaros and Ouroboros. This is for going first. This is for going second. I make this going second when I'm playing against Sky Strikers. I make Ouroboros and I use his effect, Detach a Material, to banish the, what's her name, the Wraith from the graveyard. And then I just beat over the other, what is it called? The Kagari or Shijuku, whatever it is. And it's so easy to play through Widow Anchors. Like, it's just, you make Herald. You just make Herald and then do... Like, when you're playing Sky Strikers, your match is so free. Like, free is an understatement. It's almost like playing against a Trickstar player that doesn't have a scapegoat. Like, it's so free, bro. It is so free. You just make Herald, and they can't do anything at all. You don't even have to banish the Ray. You can negate Ray's effect from grave. Herald activates in damage step. He's a negator. You make Herald and everything is free after that. You don't even ask them for a response because every response is accounted for by your own playstyle. It's ridiculous. We have Diamond. He negates Dark Monster effects and he stops Lightsworns from playing. He stops Foolish Burial-esque effects. He stops Hayate. That's very important to know. Nobody can send cards from their deck to the grave. Can you imagine Burning Abyss, Lightsworns, 60-card decks, Grass Dot decks, like I said, Hayate, Foolish Burial, stuff like that. Can you imagine how many decks that this actually counters? Such a great high ceiling card. We have Dweller for True Dracos, Herald Dweller, GG no refam, GG no re. You literally cannot pop my Herald with your trap effects. Because guess what, you guys? The trap effects cannot be negated by Herald if they hit the grave, but Dweller answers them. And then we have Exiton. My baby's off the ban list, you guys. Off the ban list. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this card is even here. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? But it just makes my deck that much more incredible. Like, this is greatness, you guys. This is greatness. This is the best deck. No, it's not Pendulums. It's not Dracos. It's not Gokis. It's not Thunder Dragons. It's Heralds, you guys. This is the best deck. This is the best deck. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for your patience, for your understanding. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much, you guys. A lot of you guys are full of prudence and don't even know it, and I really do appreciate that. Some of you guys are wiser than me. Some of you guys know more than I do, and I appreciate you guys because you guys helped me on my journey as a YouTuber to reach the point that I am at, and I'm still hoping to grow to be exponentially bigger than what I am, because I'm not big actually right now. I'm pretty small. But that's all I have for you guys. God bless you. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. And definitely stay tuned for future content. Scroll through my channel. Look it up on YouTube. Search Team Kings of Games. Look at all my other videos. I have almost 800 videos. I know that's a lot of videos to look through. But if there's ever a deck that you're trying to build, I probably built it on my channel because I've actually done over 300 different decks. I've done over 300 different decks, and a lot of them I've done in multiple variations. So I probably have, just pick your poison. You know, I probably have a build for you that you may like. There's also multiple different ways that it's built. So if you don't like one build, you'll probably like the other one. That's pretty much all I have, you guys. Again, I really appreciate you, and peace out, yo.